everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to actually be preparing for my 2021 sinking funds, which is so fun because I fully started sinking funds at the beginning of this year. I was doing it back in 2019 but stopped for a little bit so I can pay off debt. So it's just so nice to be able to see me continuing on with sinking funds because I think they are just so awesome and something that everyone should have. So let's get on into it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, and meal planning. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Sorry. So I'm actually going to take this out because I actually made this little sheet. It is a little bit off, but it works. And then I kind of messed up on the back, but I am just going to keep it because I am not wasting any paper. So these are going to be all of my sinking funds, savings, and investments. So going into 2021, I am only going to have 8 sinking funds. So I kind of separate my sinking funds, my savings, and investments only because I feel like they mean different things to me. So for my sinking funds are stuff that you're saving for that you know that you're going to need in the future. Like for instance, Christmas, right? We all know Christmas is on the 25th of December every year. And so you normally will save towards that goal so that you have money to use when that time comes around. So for me, my 8 sinking funds are going to be car fund, car maintenance, clothes, fun/travel, health, holidays, home, and this is just the this year thing or next year thing, but my 30th birthday. And those are all of my sinking funds. So I'm buying new clothes, I'm losing weight, and we all just need new clothes in this household. So I just want to be able to make sure that I'm saving enough money to be able to buy clothes and do different things. And then we have savings. So I normally only had one savings account, but I am now adding a second savings account. Now, my first savings account is already in my Capital One, and the reason I added my second savings is because I just want to have a few dollars in my Wells Fargo checking account so that there's just a small little buffer there. Because right now I think there's only like $15, $16 in there. But I want to be able to have a buffer. And so that is why I added that savings too. And kind of once I get to the goal that I'll tell you guys what my goal is, I'm not going to really be putting too much money into there because my biggest goal is to invest a lot of my money for 2021. And then we have my emergency fund, which is also somewhat of a savings, but it's also for an emergency for our house. So that emergency fund sits in our Smart Financial credit union account. And then these 3 are going to be Robinhood, which is an investing app. I'm starting off with that, and once I kind of get leveled and good with everything, maybe the following year or maybe in the middle of the year, we'll just see how it ends up. I may or may not actually switch my Robinhood to something different. I am starting to officially save for my IRA. I was originally going to do it this year and that did not happen, but for sure I do want to make sure that I'm putting money aside for my retirement. And then lastly is Acorns. So my IRA and Acorns are actually in the same. I just split them up because this is going to be my IRA. And then this Acorns account, I don't remember the name of the actual savings, but you can actually put money in and take money out. This is going to be a grand, like miscellaneous savings account. And it's a very weird one because it's not something that I'm really planning for, but it is something that I'm planning for at some time. So this is an account that I do not want to touch. And I'm hoping to have this account to be able to save up for a couple more years. And just to kind of give you guys my thought process on this is I'm actually using this Acorns account to save for our next home, to also save for a wedding whenever we do decide to get married, and then lastly for a baby if we do have one. It's not something that we're planning for or thinking about or doing anything, but I want to subconsciously be putting money aside and gaining interest and money in an investment account for those things. So whenever we're ready or something does happen, we have that money stored away. And keep in mind, this is just only what I am doing. My partner is doing his thing on the side. So it's not like I need to come up with all of this money, but it is just what I am wanting to do with my sinking funds and savings and investments. So now that we've gotten to that, I do just want to talk about my goals, because I don't think that I really had any specific goals in my head and on paper somewhere. I did, but I don't think that I shared it with you guys. So I do just kind of want to go through what my goals are and what I'll actually be saving for these, what is this, for these sinking funds and savings and things of that sort. So let me just close this up right here so I can write on here. And then let me just zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. So we're going to start off with my car fund. And I do want to say this, for all of this that you guys are seeing, this is just the minimum that I want to be able to put if I can't put any more into it. That doesn't mean that based on a goal, if I say I'm putting in $2, that's going to get me to $500, because I'm pretty sure it's not. But this is just the minimum amount of money that I want to be able to put in every time that I get paid. So my goals may be a little bit different from the minimum amount, but that is just because they are not supposed to correlate. So the first things first is going to be my car funds, and my monthly amount that I want to put in my car fund is going to stay the same, and that is going to be at $2 a month. However, my goal for this year is to save or have at the end of the year at least $100 in that account. I eventually want to be able to get a new vehicle, but have no interest in purchasing one anytime soon. But I do want to just make sure that I'm putting a few dollars aside so that whenever I am ready to purchase my next vehicle, I already have some money set aside for my down payment. So like I said, my goal is to do $100. And I actually will probably put here what my goal is. So $100. Okay. And then we have car maintenance. So car maintenance, each month I am planning on putting $62 into here. And my goal for car maintenance is going to be, and I'm just looking at my cheat sheet here, you guys, is actually $1,000. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because I know that I'm going to be using my car maintenance, especially once I pay off my car, to just get it looking nice and pretty, repainting it. Not that the paint is terrible, but it needs to be like repainted and get some good work done with it so that it can last me a lot longer. So we'll see how that goes. But the goal is to have $1,000 in my car maintenance. And also, because if you are new to my channel, right now I currently have a car insurance sinking fund and a car maintenance sinking fund. Well, I'm meshing those two together. So some of this money's technically kind of going to like car insurance. I know I won't have that built up for this year, or I won't say that I won't have it built up for next year, but worst case scenario is I won't. But at least going into 2022, I will already have a buffer to cover off my 6-month payments for my car insurance. So the goal is $1,000 right now. I would love to do a lot more, but this is just the goal currently at $62 a month. My next one is going to be clothes, and monthly I want to do $30, and my goal for clothes is going to be $500. And this is going to be tricky, you guys, because this clothes sinking funds is going to be very different from my Stitch Fix money that I use to purchase clothes on a monthly or every other month situation. That will just come out of a miscellaneous fund. But these clothes will be for like undergarments and different things that I find on sale and stuff. So this is, and for my partner as well too. So this is just going to be a different sinking funds that I have. So that's why this goal is a little bit different. And then for fun and travel, I think I wrote this wrong, you guys. So this actually should be 250 for clothes, and I don't have my whiteout, but I'll fix this. But this should actually be 250, and fun and travel should be 500. And that's the goal, and the monthly amount should be $50. And that is just for anything that we want to do with fun, with traveling anywhere outside of what I plan to do for my 30th birthday. I know that hopefully next year we'll be able to do a little bit more, just depending on what goes on with the pandemic and things of that sort. So it really just depends. But at least we'll have some money. And then my next setup is going to be health. And health, the goal is $300. And I know that I probably want to save more, but I think right now this is a feasible goal for me. I do next year want to start doing my 6 month rotation on getting my teeth cleaned. I know that I need to do a root canal. Not sure if it still needed to be done, but I know that like 2 years ago or so, I was told that I needed to do one. And I also need to get my eyes checked again because it's been 2 years now. So I just want to make sure I have some money for co-pays and things of that sort, but nothing too crazy. And I'm also going to be budgeting $50 a month for health. My next one is going to be holidays. And for holidays, I am budgeting $1,500. And I'm doing a lot this time around because I do want to have a nice Christmas next year. This Christmas was a great Christmas. I got a house and everything that's inside of this house. So by no means am I complaining at all. But next year I want to be able to put up our Christmas tree and have gifts under there, and do more things for like my godchildren and all of like my friends and family that I didn't get to do this year. So I am just putting this up a little bit more, and I might do just a tad bit more. We'll see how it works, or I may just put money aside somewhere to be able to accommodate for the holidays the food that we make during that holidays, because it does get a little pricey when we start cooking for the holidays. And monthly, I'm doing a minimum of $62 a month. And then we have home. And this is a category that I really do want to stay focused on. So, home, I am looking to save at least $1,000. This one is a big one. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there or not, but it is definitely my goal and one that I'm definitely going to strive towards. My monthly payment for home is going to be $40. And I am doing $1,000 because one, we pay an HOA fee that is about $875 once a year. It was already prepaid in our mortgage for 2021, but we'll need the money for 2022. So my thought process is if I already have my half already saved up in the home fund, then I'm good. Two, there's a million and one more things that we still need to put in this house that I just slowly want to put in and not try to do it all at one time. And then lastly, you guys, I got a fridge and love the fridge. It's a decent fridge, but it's not big enough. And I can't fit the things that I used to fit in my apartment fridge into my current fridge. So I do want to be able to purchase another or a bigger fridge later on in the future, sometime soon in the future. So I think that this just kind of gives me a small little buffer. Like I said, it's a tall order, but I am going to do my best to definitely get this home fund up there. And then lastly is going to be my 30th birthday, and I am just doing $1,800. And this is just what I'm saying that I'm going to spend. Of course, my partner is going to be spending all of the money, but I just want to make sure that I have money saved up so that we are not just spending and not having money to pay back on whatever cards we use. I did just get a PayPal MasterCard. And the only reason why I got this credit card was because it has no foreign transaction fees. So a lot of the traveling that we're going to be doing is not going to be in America. And so I just want to make sure that we have a card that isn't charging us extra whenever we're going out of the country to travel and stuff like that. Because literally all of our other credit cards charge us like a 3% transaction fee. And for that, I am budgeting $100, or I want to do at least a minimum of $100. I'm not sure where that lands, but this is just like a ballpark. If I do something a little bit less, I'll still be fine. But those are going to be my 8 sinking funds that I want to be saving for in 2021. So now down to my savings. My savings one is the one that's in my Capital One account, and I've already been putting money into there. That, of course, is going to roll over into 2021. And so for my savings accounts, I am budgeting. Did I do? Actually, y'all, this is going to be very, very interesting. So let me look at what I did because, okay. So actually, this is going to be a little off, but you'll see why in just a second, or you'll understand why in just a second. So for my savings one, my goal is to have about $500 just sitting down there. I just want to be able to have some money in a savings account for quick things. If I need to tap into some extra money, I have it, but I don't want to have too much money sitting down in savings because that is not going to help my money grow. I want to be able to put money into my investments accounts and allow them to make money for me. And my second, oh, and for this savings, I am doing $20. And then for savings two, my goal is $250. And I think that's where I messed up. Oh, y'all, sorry, I'm talking to myself. My savings too, the goal is $250 and the minimum is going to be $10. And like I said, this is just going to be money sitting in another account. Also, I have a credit card with Wells Fargo and I wanted to get a credit increase. And one of the reasons why they didn't give me the increase was because I don't have any money in my savings really. So I just figured if I had some money sitting down there in there, it would show them some good faith. Then we have my emergency fund. My emergency fund right now, it will change, but right now I just want to get back to $1,000 and I am budgeting $20 for that. And then I have my Robinhood. There is no goal for that. So that is just me putting money in there. And I'm budgeting $20 a month for that. Same thing for IRA. There is no goal. And I am putting $20 into that. And then Acorns is going to also be $20. There's like a goal in my head, but I'm not doing that right now. So this is everything, you guys, and I have not added it up because I have a whole bunch of different cheat sheets of me just working through numbers. I'm just using this like calculator here, just working through the numbers to see what I want to do. But I'm going to show you guys what I meant by how these numbers are going to be a little bit different from what they show here. So we have 30 and then plus 50 for health, plus 62, plus 40, plus 100, plus 20, plus 10, plus 2, 4, 6, 8, plus 80 equals $456 a month. Okay, so that is what I should be putting into sinking funds minimally, or a minimum of $456 per month should be going into my sinking funds. So the reason why I said that these are a little bit off is because I actually did a I think I'm going to at least for sure participate in one savings challenge this year. And I had printed this off online. And so this is sort of like a 52-week savings challenge, and it's going to be per month. So for my savings, I think one, two, well, no, not savings two, it won't be in that challenge. But for my Robinhood, my IRA, my Acorns, and my regular savings, I am going to be following this 52-week savings challenge. And so each paycheck, it will follow this month. So for the month of January, paycheck one, all of those four categories will get $5 deposited. And then same thing for my second paycheck. And then in the month of February, each of those accounts will get $13 a piece and so forth. So by the end of the year, each account, I would have at least put $13.78 in there. And it's going to be very weird because when I show you guys my annual like budget setup and stuff like that, they're going to be totally off. And it's fine because in my annual budget, I don't include my commissions. So I'm just looking at, as long as I have my bills covered, whatever else I want to do outside of that, I should be fine. So that is why those are different. So I am actually going to put a green star next to the ones that are actually going to be on the savings, that savings challenge. Because the savings too, I'm not like too worried about it. I don't need to rush to get there. I just want to kind of be there. And then same thing for emergency fund. I'll probably do a different challenge so I can hurry up and get that $1,000 in that account and then kind of like slow down and get to some other things. But you guys, that is my sinking funds for 2021. And I am actually going to put it in here, and stay tuned because I will be closing out my sinking funds for December and then filling potentially or giving you guys my starting numbers for January. So stay tuned for that. Please, you guys, don't forget to like this video. It helps other people see this video and get to see the content that I'm putting out. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.